Mike. I can hear myself a little bit.
Check.
Mike.
How you think? I'm coming up with you. Well, we also at 70. I'm at 70% on the volume. Take the volume down.
Nah, we should be good. I mean, you probably could tweak the volume afterwards. I can hear it a little bit here, so.
You hear a little bit better?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I hear more now. Yeah, that's good.
What about yourself? You like it?
Yeah,
Love
I'm
it?
cool.
All right. You like it. I love it, man. You like it. I love it.
I'm cool.
Yeah. I appreciate you coming, man.
Put my hat on.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. My yours a little dusty right now because I ain't been wearing it working day shift. I just be at the job.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
So I gotta put back on my Luigi hat I've been wearing regularly to hide these devil horns coming out.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got Dhrmaine back in the building with me. More Than a Masters host.
What's up?
Man, such a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
I'm grateful to you come back around and swoop back through and do a second episode with me. The wife gonna watch it and be my helping hand, but so I say us now.
Nah,
Try not to
what's up?
say it myself. But I'm looking forward to how I put together this podcasting season is what I'm calling it. A couple of different you, Slim. I want to get Big Keen on. I got Juan already on. And speaking of big episodes in my mind, I really enjoyed. I got 30 minutes left of the 100th episode. And shout out to Juan about the questions. Some really dope questions. I don't know if they all came from him, but how did it feel going through that hour and a half, hour and 45?
I mean, it's the time is nothing new because when I interview sometimes it's 2 hours, depends. But just talking and just it being all about me for that long is probably new. You know what I'm saying? Because normally I do anywhere from 30 minutes to 50 minutes. Am I thinking out loud? So to do 100, it was like pretty much doing double that. And so it's double the time, but then every question is centered around solely just me. It's like it's all me. It's not nobody else. I'm not latching on to another person's idea. It's just a question I have, and I have to answer it. So
yeah, and
that was different.
A little vulnerable too. I felt like you opened up about some stuff, or at least brought it back in the light, all as like a circled group.
Shout out to Juan. He had a very very strange set of questions because it was all back to back. You know, it wasn't really spread out. So that kind of how you get the vulnerability because it's not like us. It's all back to back. Grief. This. What? Why? Who? When? So it's like now it's like the more and more you talk about it, the more and more you got to open up or try to draw back some. So, but it was cool, man. I know you said you're not finished with it, but I think there's a part in there I'm asked about what podcasts inspired me, and I know I said Slim. I believe I mentioned you and Brandon. Brandon on his consistency, and I said with you was I think the dopest thing is like you don't realize it when you're doing it. I don't think, but sometimes you'll call and you'll tell me an issue you may have or something that you ran across or a problem that you encountered. But that helps me a lot because now when I go do my stuff, I gotta make sure all my ducks in a row because it can happen to anybody. The stuff that happened to you is like growing pains, and I'm gonna say on your podcast because I don't know what's coming out, but when we did Thinking Out Loud, to be honest with you, that was my second time recording that. The first time, I probably shouldn't say it, I'm going to say it anyway because it's just you. I'm going to give you some good content. Juan was there asking the questions.
Okay.
And we was 2 hours in, and we was only like 60-some questions. Mind you, I did 81 questions in 100 minutes. I don't know what we was doing differently. I think he was trying to, like, change questions up instead of reading it like I did. He kind of changing them up. And then it's 100 questions. You're going to miss out at some point.
Yeah.
So I think he got confused on damn. So it was times where he was like scrolling. He was like, okay.
And get caught up in it. And be caught.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, what's the next question? So it was a lot of space. And then I think it was just more so I wanted to keep it normal. But I also wanted to put that stuff out so that I can go back and do my other episodes that I normally do. Because now I got built up Thinking Out Loud in me. I want to get out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've been in jail for 2 months with my Thinking Out Loud. So now I got that out. I can go ahead and knock out other ones I want to do. So.
And you done had some great stuff dropping. I love the mental health stuff. It's
I love it too.
Mental health, the Thinking Out Louds. I like the Thinking Out Louds because I like how vulnerable you are. I like the 100th one was great because of all the questions. I think it hit and meant more with how vulnerable it was and how the questions just keep going and going and you're just letting it go. You know.
Yeah.
But you hitting on mental health and all these different areas in your, I don't know if you don't call them platforms. I mean, seasons.
Yeah, I would say platform, just like that's like subsidiaries of More Than
Subsidiaries,
Masters.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my GED, I just stick to simple words. I try not to branch. I try not to do what is it, the mind map. I can't do it
Yeah.
yet, but no, I know yours is set up different. And the mental health thing, I think, is I talked to you about some, and I felt like you was a little not insecure about none of it, but just didn't think it was as big or like good a conversation maybe in one. And I really related to it. And it was like the workforce environment episode.
Yeah.
And I think that happens more than we. I know it happens in the culture more than it does to the everyday good old boy. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. I think the idea. So when we get these ideas, me and Juan are thinking about it for a little minute. So that's why we don't put them out so rapid pace. I want all 90 minutes of any episode to kind of make sense.
yeah.
So it makes sense to do it that way because that was somebody, Bianca. Well, shout out to Bianca,
Shout
who
out
was
to
on a
her.
podcast
Yeah.
years ago, but also went through so much. She had a kid, and she finally entered the workforce after pretty much just being a college girl for however long, and then the pressures of that with COVID, and then seeing the politics at an early age in your work environment, seeing the ins and outs, who you can talk to, can't talk to, who's not the boss, but if you talk to them, you'll get in trouble if you talk to the boss, those kind of
Yeah.
things. And I was like, well, I had convos with her about this. I'm like, well, you know what? I got a person for this. So like when you're having these conversations with people, when me and him talk about certain things we want to do, I'm like, you know what? This is a good person for that. I know that. And if he got somebody, like, yo, who you got? Okay, cool. As long as they can convey it in the episode, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Now I want to ask your opinion. How well do you think I did on the episode I did with you? How I got when I watch it back, I have a different perspective once I watch it back. Makes
Okay.
sense. Like then when in the moment, like it felt.
yeah.
It still feels good. I'm not insecure about anything I said or anything like outcome, but like for you and what you expect out of an episode and what you're trying to get and was I performing and giving what was needed for the episode, or did it give life to what you were expecting?
If I had, and I'm not doing this because you're here, I just want to make sure, and you know that because you know
Yeah.
how I am. If I had to grade it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say a 10, and let me tell you why. One, I haven't watched it back. I only watch it back in editing.
Yeah.
So within the editing, I'm watching stuff back. I don't just sit there and watch stuff back. I never do that because I got to move on to the next thing. But remember my last mental health talk, Q, she mentioned it a couple times. I don't know if it was on air or after, but she mentioned a couple times about like how much she liked that episode because of stuff you conveyed, and like people don't. Yeah, okay, you grew up around well, as an adult around a lot of black people, so you got a lot of black culture in you, but when people see you, they see white, of course. Well, she mentioned like, yo, I never knew a white person to speak this way or to understand this about us. Like, just the level of understanding you had within our culture was shocking to her. Like, I'm like, well, hold on. Did you read the whole? Did you watch the whole? Yeah, I watched it, but I noticed I didn't go into like the whole you being a motorcycle gang or not gang, but motorcycle bike club, all that
Yeah.
stuff. I never dive into that because I feel like I want to leave room for you to keep coming back and tell more stories.
Yeah.
But I say it to say when I initially called you to come over for the pod, it was just really to like practice. Like it was more like saying, oh, let's go shoot around.
Yeah.
Let's go shoot around. But then we end up playing a real pickup game.
Yeah.
And it ended up being able something I can really put out the next day.
Yeah.
For real, because this is like a real content. Even how it started, like the fact that we got into your upbringing, I'm learning more about you. We have plenty of conversation, but I'm learning more about you in that aspect. So now I'm able to view a lot of things you do and say differently. But I also want people to realize, like, here's somebody who was taught some lessons at a young age, and sometimes in the harshest way that you could think of. And when you see you, and you realize why you so, laid back, why you so to yourself, but still also open, why you're not scared of being around us and our environment. Well, can't nothing be scary than what you're meant already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
not even a story per se. The story was like a caveat to me, but it's more so the things around it, your upbringing, you going in and out of juvenile, pretty much for nothing for the most part. It probably didn't have to happen, but whatever, it did. And then yes, relationship with your dad, relationship with your mom, then you having your own kid, and then you navigating and finding your way. Because that part of my life is not who I want to be. I want to be this part. So it just depends on which way you're taking it. But as it relates to More Than the Masters, like it didn't start out to be a More Than Masters episode. That was just you coming through. You like to learn. I like to teach. I want to learn. So let's go ahead and make something. But we end up making something for real.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I give it a 10, because very seldom do I I get somebody on. I'm like, let's do it, and it's a real episode. I'll put out half of it. I'll put out clips of it. This is a real one. This is like a real episode. I put out in full and everything, like, you know. So that's why I would give it a 10 for me. And then I think people just learn more about you that's willing to want to learn. And mind you, we did all of this without talking about the fact that you're a comedian like that. We touched on it, but it was like that was not about that. It was about this is Tommy. You know what I'm saying? So
well, let me ask you this. I want to ask you because I know I'm not trying to dive into everything that's been going on. You've talked enough so far on your podcast and whatnot. But I do want advice, man to man. I do want advice. The more I do this podcast, the more I listen to you, the more I listen to other podcasters. That there was one thing the Brilliant Idiots talked about, like once you leave your parents' house, you only really got like 30 or 40 more times you're going to see them. That's like the average, you know, like the thing. And I don't make enough time, right? But bringing it back from the episode sense, I've made amends with my father. But when it comes to my mother, when it comes to moving past and building a real relationship with a parent, even at an adult age, I'm not scared to say I still look for it and strive for it. When someone doesn't want to relive those traumas, as in my mother, you can't force her to walk this healing because it ain't healing to her, right? And so 2 weeks ago I was sick or I caught some cold or whatever. You know me, I take some drugs. You know, I'll take mushrooms and weed before I will any kind of cold medicine. But nonetheless, I finally take some medicine and like I pushed through like the whole day. I get home, I'm taking baby off to her mama's hands, my wife, and the moment I put him in the bathtub and I sit down on the floor, the cold chills hit me. Everything from like a symptom got me, right? And 30, 45 minutes later, I'm in the bed crying for my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not to be pander to it, but like I could tell after that night, I realized like I got to find some way to build more with my mama. I can't keep. I've made amends with where I stand with my father, but at the same time, I don't have to still make amends. I got to put more work in. I don't feel like I've done 110%. It's difficult being distant between us, but I still could make more effort, right? But it seems hard to get that relationship for me out of it when there's so much I need healing from, and we got to move past together rather than just being me okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know she not.
Yeah.
I know that's a lot to take in, but I need some. You're
I
a strong man.
What I would say, first I would question this, and this is me asking. I don't know, like why you think it was easier to make amends with your dad versus your mom?
For one, there was a gap where he wasn't even there for so long, and then when. You know, every split household has their tit-or-tat tales, right? But when you start seeing the underlying truths of abuse, and it made it worse because I would buck it. So we like all that, and then showing him I don't need my parents. Not to say it in a sense, but financially, if something goes wrong, I've built a life where I can adapt and move on. I may struggle, I may feel like I'm about to die, but I ain't got to call nobody to come pick me up. I'm gonna figure it out, you know. But there was nothing extra. I wasn't getting offered nothing more other than the abuse and teaching how to work. So to me, it was a lot easier to see you didn't want to love me. And then with the kids, that just tells me at all you don't give two shits.
Well, that's so. I guess my question would be like, it seems like, and I don't know. I'm just asking. Like, it seemed like maybe your mom was getting penalized for like being there and your dad wasn't, because like whatever y'all went through, it probably something to do with him not being there. So she had to take on extra probably. To be around. But then in hindsight, it's kind of backfiring on her because as a person, you're not supposed to take on extra. You know, when you have a kid, it's supposed to be two of y'all. Yeah. So when it's one, it's probably going to be things that you're going to question or a decision she make, things she do you're not going to like. But really, she's doing it because she's doing the job of two. Yeah. Versus what a mom supposed to do.
At 3 years old, she had help. My stepdad stepped in, and I'll say this. I don't know another man like him. I don't know another man in peace and still be the type of man he can be flustered as hell and still at peace. He's not a monk. He does his own shit and smokes and yada yada, but he's at peace. He doesn't get flustered like every other man. But I also don't get that same. And my mom, is reserved in her life because of her health and her lupus, and she has degenerative back disease. She's very overweight. She can't have surgeries without weight loss, but then she can't move. She's just strict.
Yeah.
And or stricken, whatever that word is that restricts you. Not bedridden,
Okay.
but
She in restriction.
well, she feels that way. But you can't force nobody to do nothing. And with 6 boys going through it, I don't knock her. I don't know about my brothers. As you can see, I'm grateful for the life I've achieved. So like what I went through is a great thing and blessing to me. So I've healed from my own shit, but it stumps me and my mother back because she hasn't. It's hard for my parents to accept what we went through and how they made those choices to handle us.
Well, if the only thing I would say is like you got to have a level of selflessness, especially when it comes to your parents. You're gonna have some level of selflessness, and from what I've been through and things that I thought mattered, when you lose a parent, it really don't matter, bro. Like the stuff you think matter, like, oh, I've been through this and you need to heal. No, she don't need to heal from it. She probably don't, because she's not traumatized by it.
Oh,
you are.
Is. Well, that's the thing where like it's more. I know she is traumatized. I know she holds it on herself. I can hear it when we talk and have conversations, and when she's down in the dumps and I have to be there for these comments come up, and it like I know we should be working on this. And when I was in therapy, therapists tell me the same thing. I need to build those doors open to kind of.
Well, have you ever told her it's all right, I forgive you? Like.
Oh yeah, doesn't help. It doesn't get through. It doesn't show her because it's a self-driven emotion, not based on me. I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? I live my life how I want to. I have no fear, and she doesn't recognize that.
But it's also probably not you. You said it's 6 boys, so you gotta think you only gonna do 1/6 of whatever need to be done.
Yeah.
So it takes the other boy to do the other 5. That's a small fraction. So from what you're saying, you can not hold stuff against her. You can tell her it's okay, Mom, I turned out fine. I'm happy. I'm this, that, and third. Well, she need to hear that from 5 other people probably.
Oh, it don't happen like it should.
You know what I'm saying? So in order for her to be whole, now y'all relationship might have a strain there because as a mom should, you're gonna say, I got 6 children. So in order to feel whole, I need all 6 to feel this way. I need to know all 6 are fine. I mean, she'd probably be an ain't shit mom. She was just cool with you saying you was fine. I'm like, okay, I'm good now. As long as Tommy's fine, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know, man. I look at other like I could see when you talk about your mom and your father, I can see the love you got in like a different way than we got it, right? And I can see that your mom probably didn't have to deal. I don't know. She didn't have stepkids?
No, we ain't got.
No.
We don't do that too often in a black family like that.
I get that, but like, so the things that hurt my mom was like the arguments. But you ain't my mama shit, da da da. But it's some of these sons still feel that way. You see what I'm saying? So like, my mom navigates. I done all this for these. They don't give 2 shits.
So it's not mainly a you and your mom relationship because y'all might be fine. It's more so mom and the kids as a whole.
Mom is
okay. But then you only gonna do 1/6 of the work. You only can do but so much. And then honestly, it's probably not with you because you are her. You came out of her.
Yeah.
So, but it's hurtful. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine you saying that to your stepdad, like, "Yo, you ain't my dad."
No,
you know, just imagine it though.
Yeah.
Like, imagine how he would feel saying, "Well, I did this. You doing all this stuff for these kids, and you trying to be that mother figure. You feel like you're not enough." So it could be trauma. It could be her feeling that she's not enough. It could be her feeling like a failure. I mean, I don't know how I feel to be whatever age she is, but to be aging and then be ill and then to have them feelings, I'm pretty sure it's not a good combination.
Yeah, the mental health.
So the only thing I would tell you is you need to probably talk to your brothers.
Yeah,
rough them up a little bit. You know,
I'm the small one. What am I I got. That's what's. When I was in the bike club, right? You know, the N word. Back kind of the episode 2. The N word would be like, you can say it. You can say it. Like, all right, and I'd say something else, neighbor or next, or be smart about it. Yeah. You want me to fuck you up, bitch? Nope. But I could take it if you want to. I walk. I ain't gonna make no fuss. I walk out of here. Cause I'm telling you, I wouldn't say 7 days a week, but at least 5 days a week when we was teenagers was this brawls. We done went through front doors. I done broke one of my brother's legs, drop kicking him on a trampoline.
Yeah.
And we was so
definitely different culture.
So the choices they had to make if I look back on it honestly, I deserved much more. If I didn't figure it out, I would have been in feds or state, just like my other brothers. So it's like, I'm not the golden goose. I just figured out the path right away. I served the most juvie time to learn my lesson. But my other brothers are also, they still finding their way, but then you can tell the resentment holds, and then, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's something that's something
thing.
within them that they have to figure out. But that's the thing about life is sometimes you're not gonna get that closure that you think you should get. You're just not gonna get it.
I'm thinking,
you know?
but it's easier with my father because I don't, you know, I've cut ties. I don't need to cut. The closure's done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With my mom, I'm still reaching out.
But also, it's not follow the kids that is hurting that situation.
That's
you
true.
know, so
that's true. Yeah, he didn't give a shit. Yeah, it's all right though. Gear. Speaking of the fits and the sets, Certified CEO is going to be dropping a yoga set for the ladies that I believe is black and gray. Give me 1 second. Yep, they black and gray, and they will be dropping at the end of June. The date's still to be announced, but I'm also going to have there's going to be a men's set as well that's going to be black and red. And then you're going to have on June 17th is the Black Wall Street shirt is going to be dropping. So be on the lookout. Go to CertifiedCEOclothing.com. Check them out, and always be on the lookout for where he be. They got stuff going on at Icons he's a part of. You can always check him on the road somewhere in Augusta one night. Go check him out on Facebook. See where he's at. Pull up. Get some merch. Appreciate y'all. Tune in.
What's happening, man? This your boy Sean Paul right here on Young Blood, Sean P. East, man. Look up, man. Certified CEO. You know I had to come get the news, man. The ladies in the news, man. For real, man. Number black love, man. Stay up, my brother. Certified, man. CEO, you know what's going on. Wall Street.
All right, so you know, last time you was here, it was dark humor, all right? And I think I have to label them in just titles. I can't stick it just to the man. I can't stick it just to the crackers. I can't stick it just to the white meat. I gotta indulge with everybody because there's so much shit on Instagram, bro, that I can't just keep it categorized anymore. I tried so hard, but it was just too much effort trying to like make it a natural thing, right? So
funny.
These little clips is damn. And at the end, there's a little video. We'll talk about it if you want, you know, roll into something else. But this one's damn. I'm going to pull it up big. Okay, here we go. The daddy did right, by the way. I want to point that out. The daddy followed the first kid.
Oh shit. Ain't no way you just folding the fucking clothes. Bro, what the dog?
I wouldn't put you through that. I wouldn't do that to you right off the bat, bro.
That's crazy.
But that's crazy. That's some damn shit right there.
It's also crazy that she ran and didn't bust her ass just now. That's how I commend her for that. But
yeah. Well, you know, they got them wood shoes on their feet.
I don't know where they at. They in China or something?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I saw the writing. This is crazy to be. This one. Whew.
Oh, shit. What the
you know I have to do it. I can't help myself. This to me, I don't know if it's an edit.
No.
I think it was an edit, though. I ain't going to lie.
God.
But that ain't, that ain't no edit. That's a cooch punch. That's some good cooch punch. See what I'm talking about? I saw this one, and he had to go in the damn category. He had to.
I know he broke something.
Well, the crazy thing about him is you know that was an accident. You know it was him trying to either look over the edge, and you know that little slippery water on them rocks. You never can judge it right, and because he probably was going to do something again. There was probably some, I looked at it and looking at when I watch it, and like some of them I'd be like, how stupid was he? Was there a lane for him to catch, or was it just him gonna eat it the whole time?
They're recording, so I wonder now. But yeah.
See, I think if he could have got down here to this edge, I think he could have jumped.
Yeah,
I think so. But I think that slip fucked him up. It fucked him up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it from there though. It's to me.
God damn. Close my eyes, man.
It's crazy. Have you ever seen somebody carry sheet shingles up a roof though?
No.
Have you? Have you ever? All right, so I've only been able in my life. I done some construction back in the day. I've only been able to do 2, and that's for me. That's tough. So this guy I think has 4. I kind of trim out.
Now I worked a lot. I've lifted shingles.
Yeah.
You're right. 2 is probably the max because how it's built. It's not that it's too heavy, but how it's built. It'll break.
It's uncomfortable distribution of weight.
Yeah. Oh. Imagine that. What the fool?
Now I have been on some crews where we get to Lowe's, the Mexican guys, whoever the dude picks up from Home Depot. This is no lie.
Mexican guys, yeah.
I mean, it's legit. It's
that's how it be.
Hispanics.
That's how it be.
And like I learned how to mud my house. I learned how to put sheetrock up. I learned how to frame. I never learned electricity till my pops, but like I learned a lot from them guys coming and working on jobs with us. But we was on this one time where it was, you know how some houses have like a bottom basement, but one corner of the house is out the ground. So we're on the back side of this house, so that's 2 stories, I would say. And he's up there, and it's a high-pitched roof, so it has like an inside attic room. If that makes sense. Just a steeper, extend what you're saying. And he didn't have no thing on. 3 on. Fell off the goddamn roof. Just none of that. Never seen that before, because that is wild. But
yeah, that's just something not right with the roof part. But also, that's why you shouldn't. That's part, and it's reasons why. It's reasons why it's rules, man.
Yeah.
Like just take the 2. Just take the 2.
I fell off my pop's roof trying to clean it off. I know I'm supposed to wear a harness in certain places, but I never really have. I've never been strict to. Now I am because I'm on my job on day shift.
Yeah. You told
prior
me
to this, my pop went and bought one because he was scared I was going to be unsafe or whatnot. And I forget what task I had to do. No shingles, but like I had a sharp tool in my hand, and I had put it on the wrong goddamn hook, the rope, and I fell, and it broke the plastic. And I kid you not, I landed with that little sharp spike like in the ground now. Luckily in the ground, but oh, bro, it was, I don't mind doing dangerous shit up there on the roof, but
I can see.
Older I get, I need a harness.
Oh!
At first, what's your first? I'm pausing it. Now, there's a bunch, or I ain't got to pause. There's people coming around. What do you think happened? There's no audio. Do you think he's dead? I just want to
No, I don't think he's dead.
Think so? I swore he was.
I think that he went down.
No, he's pinched all right.
Yeah, see, I think he went down.
It got him up here. I don't know. Yeah, he's alive.
Damn.
It took that top torso out though.
I just noticed some crazy shit right here. No.
That's what he gets.
Fuck.
That's what he gets. Come on now. You jumped over the railroad tracks, not looking at traffic any time before that.
Yeah, but the car seen him, man. The car could have moved over a little bit, man. Oh, damn.
This is me.
Anytime it's a scooter or a bike, I know it's some crazy white boy BMX shit about to happen. Oh, yo, you and these shits, man. Never again. Oh, my fucking God.
So, and
What
now he
the
says at
fuck?
the end, let's do it again.
Well, that's what that. Not you, but I ain't saying you, but that's what y'all be doing.
I slowed it
Y'all
down
like doing that.
I slowed it down before you got here to try to make sure I was right. He hits leg on the post, the first post, right? Then he hits arm is the second knock, and then the third knock is his head bouncing off the outside. And then he gets up and said, let's do it again.
You know, I saw something yesterday. It was a reel where a guy is jumping. I guess they doing stunt double stuff. He supposed to jump off something, but he didn't catch it, and he fell in the water. But you see the blood all on his shirt. He's like, yeah, I think I did this. Look at my shoulder, but I'm good. He just like, I'm good. Like, no, you're not good. That's not. It's not. It's not my culture. It's not normal to break something and just be like, I'm good.
Yeah.
No.
So that I never done a scooter down a hill like that. And when I was younger, you know how you could get in front of someone else's bike and put the back tire on their front and wobble them out, right, on a regular bicycle, right?
Yeah.
So me and my brothers going to the chicken house, you know, and riding our bikes down the hill on a curve, 18-wheelers coming up. We trying to play that game. I got wobbled out, and I barely made it. The 18-wheeler hit the bike. I barely made it to the right lane.
Why do y'all play like that? What makes y'all? What makes that fun?
Well, I put it like this. The antenna hardly found good signal unless you trimmed up the trees right, and only 3 channels till we was like 8. So going somewhere else, my Uncle Charles loved wrestling, whatever you want to look at it. VHS recorded. We could make money over there. We could fuck around and do whatever we wanted to. So I don't think most kids will ever, or a lot of adults now never even experience that type of nothing.
Yeah, I'm saying. I guess I'm curious. Was that fun to like? Was it fun?
Okay, so I've talked. Is it fun to go through and kill animals and be like how we were? We were able to do whatever. So an unruly child, an unleashed child, just because you know where they are, ain't necessarily safe. So we would kill animals and chickens, and then what's the PETA, the animal people?
PETA,
they got on us.
Yeah.
The dude, I mean, we had too much leash.
But y'all, I'm talking like y'all lives, like y'all, not animals. Fuck the animals. I don't care about animals. To be honest with you, but
bro, you telling me you wouldn't want to chase an emu and ride it?
No, I'm cool with that. I'm just saying, like when you saying an 18-wheeler truck is coming and y'all playing this game,
yeah,
y'all could die.
Well, yeah, we didn't know. I mean, when I say, so you see how his curve is. By the time he hit the curve, he skidded out and he hit. So
18-wheeler.
Yeah, you're not seeing it like you can hear, but you don't know which way it's coming from on this curve, and you just kind of playing in the moment, right? Not paying attention. We don't know. All I remember is the 18-wheeler come up quick because it's you only see him but so far the curve because of the trees and the build-up. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got away except me because
y'all all made it, but it just that seems very, very, very.
I got up on the bike. I lost my cheek. I lost my chest and like half my ribs, like the skin peeled off of it from the asphalt. The whole shirt was ripped out, leg. I lost a good bit of. I mean, it wasn't nothing I couldn't manage. You know, I understand.
No. Listen, you don't tell me them things and say it wasn't nothing I couldn't manage. You couldn't manage it because you would never lost it. I
got to my uncle's house. He goes, "What you gonna cry for? You still got to ride your bike back home."
Nobody get you a ride back home?
How
about the hospital?
Now look, this is the other thing. Now my mom used to joke about it, but in Athens hospital called St. Mary's, my mom worked at a daycare, so kids, mothers and people work in the hospital, they would make jokes about our family about having our own hospital room. For 4 Christmases straight, we went to the hospital. One Christmas, them old school race car tracks, you could like piece up and start to change it up. And you would get like a really long piece, and you could get some you could connect. We had sword fighting. And one of mine broke off and cut my brother's eye right there underneath his eyelid. Next Christmas, my little brother stuck his pinky in a pencil sharpener, turned that bitch into the point of a candy cane. You know what I mean? I think the one after that, we broke an arm off a bicycle.
You know what? It's not your mom, bro. It was y'all. It was definitely you guys. All
we was
six
in the hospital
of you. All
for
six
real
of you.
shit all the time.
You can't even enjoy a freaking holiday with y'all 6. It's insane.
But see, I'm scared of the hospital now because of that. Not that I'm scared to break something or get hurt, but now that I'm adult and I understand things, I try to investigate and kind of really take my own opinions. I don't really believe hospitals are safe environments for your bacteria. There's a lot of things that make me scared about hospitals. If you're really down and out on your immune system, you don't know who's next to you. You don't know if they're paying attention to controlling. Too many variables can go wrong.
Yeah, but the hospital is more safe without you and your brothers inside of it too.
Yeah, it's probably
definitely more safe without you. You guys.
I'm telling you now, if one of them got drunk enough and the bitch went to, say something.
Every time you tell me a story, I feel like it's getting worse and worse for your brothers. Like you haven't told me nothing yet that made me say, these some good guys, man. Everything is like, y'all were just raising terror every day.
All right, how do you You know who I am. I don't need to knock my brothers, but they don't live the life I live. I don't even.
Well, you told me you learned from your juvenile experiences, and they may have not. So
it ain't.
They kept going. You stopped.
Yeah, let's say there's a couple extreme.
So I'm seeing a stopped version of what was.
Yeah, but I still will. I don't mind.
I'm pretty sure it's in you.
Yeah, it's still in me.
I feel like it jumps out at times. Like you wanted to jump out, but you able to contain it and close that back up. But
well, no, I don't get the. So last time I was really rebellious when I got locked up for graffiti, and I'm an artist. Got showing it off in this, trying to network that and get that started. But one of the things I liked the graffiti was females' names, and now that I'm in a relationship, and it's kind of I'm itching to finish it, but I can't. But ever since then, it's like, am I really going? I realize I really don't need to finish and risk that again.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Oh, and I'm gonna lose my relationship. And, my allowance going to be 0 again. And, it's not worth it. All right, I got to cut. I think there's 2 more, and then it's the clip. This one's worse.
Oh my God, bro.
That's why I told you the 18-wheeler story. That is what I did, sir. Right down the
And
asphalt.
yeah, if that's the case and that's what you did,
No helmet.
don't ever say it was nothing I couldn't handle. That is not a normal thing for somebody to be handling. That is insane. If he continued to do things after that scar, he's also crazy as well.
I would agree.
But I know y'all do that a lot. I used to watch like a lot of BMX stuff, or back in 06, 07, we had the crazy videos. It was all of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't see the same. If it was me or somebody named Daquan or your Rodneys or whatever, one fall, we done. This is not for us.
Yeah.
Not you guys, no.
No.
You want to do it again and again and again and again
Yeah.
and again. And that's
You got to be
just,
proud of something. At least you can be proud of getting hurt. That's how I feel about it. Because, you know, that's the one thing that I've heard Charlemagne say, and shout out to Charlemagne. I got it up just because I haven't read it yet. It's the third book, Get Honest or Die Lying by Charlemagne the God. I've read the other two, but nonetheless, the hardest thing you've ever been through is the hardest thing you've been through. So you got to kind of compare what you want to fight and how much you got to push yourself through sometimes.
yeah. I guess if you're trying to be a BMX Tony Hawk type nigga, I mean, I guess that makes sense. But
a lot of these guys have admirations. This is the difference. I never had an admiration to be nobody. I just I always rode a bicycle everywhere. So if I'm gonna just keep riding it miles and miles, I might as well start having fun while I'm doing it. I might as well, jump off this cliff and see if I can land in the water. Cause I don't know.
So we would do things like ride bikes and like say you go down a flight of stairs with the bike, whatever, you know, little stuff like that, right? The first time I hurt myself, or like I did an endo, on the top, and I hurt my nuts, I don't want to do it no more. Like that's enough for me to say, you know what, the endo ain't for me. Not let me master the endo because I ain't what I've been through. I want my nuts to be fine. Yeah. I don't like them hurting ever. So it's just certain things that I just wouldn't do again. But
there was a BMX. I did a little BMX. Tried to learn the. So one of them's called like a train spin, where you flip the bike around off the front wheel, yada yada. BMX bike, 5-star wheels. Yeah, see this bike right here? I was in Augusta. I used to go over to that track in Augusta.
Yeah.
Right, this dirt track back when I lived up here on Fenwick Street. Trying to work it out with my father. Anyhow, he had bought me one of these bikes, and I done hit the dirt. I done I ain't got hurt yet, and I'm learning how to bunny hop, which is you pull both wheels off the ground where you can lift the bike all the way up on shit, right?
I do know a little bit about bikes, so yes, I know that. I know that.
I'm relating it for my nuts. Both of these rims split in half, bro. I did the bunny hop to an object, and I literally kicked out from under me, and I hit, because I've done the trying to stop and catch yourself, and then you got like the roll over with your feet, so you kind of, but this was, yeah.
The bunny hop is hard to learn at first. Once you learn it, but you can always easily mess it up too. That's the thing, like, because you got to do all three things that simultaneously.
It's not like a skateboard.
Yeah, missing one, it fucks the whole thing up.
Yep.
So
if you ramp it, it's different than picking that motherfucker straight up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can't do all these tricks with any kind of bike either. That's another thing, people. If you're watching, if you got a mountain bike, do mountain shit. Don't do freestyle stuff, please.
Well, I use it in the mountain bike. Like if I see an object on the greenway or something, I might not do a bunny hop, but I'll pull my,
Well, with the mountain bikes, they got better springs on those bikes as well. It's more comfortable for that reason, because it's not for the other stuff. It's actually to be durable. Yeah. For a long ride. Pause, but mountain bikes was cool.
Speaking of this, have you seen the new bikes these old fuckers are riding?
Mm-mm.
Yo,
I ain't seen a bike in a long time.
Yo, they be on the place me and the wife run at, and it'd be a bicycle. They'd be these tires that be like this fucking wide. No lie. Big tires, bigger than a mountain bike, and it's got an electrical engine on it. So you still pedaling, but I guess when you get tired, you just press a button and that's some fucking cheating shit.
Yeah. Depending on when you're going, but in Augusta, I can see that. It's so fucking hot out here. You need it.
Yeah,
Augusta,
but if you
Arizona,
if
Florida.
If you're trying to exercise, though, come on, you cheating. You ain't even doing no work.
Well, I guess you can work, take a break, take a break, if you want to. Maybe the engine only go for like 5 minutes, and you got to get your ass back on it.
Maybe, I don't know. I bet you that motherfucker cost though. Way it look. I ain't seen it.
I'm old school with it. Give me a regular bike, man. I'll just stop if I have to.
Old school, man. I'm new school. Let me buy that motherfucker from Lowe's. That little pit bike. I'd ride that sucker. I ain't far.
That little thing.
$800, $900. What?
Well, you got
Shit.
catch. If you really want one for real, let me know. I can tell you, I can get it for you way cheaper.
Well, if my wife ever gave me the go ahead, I would.
Sometimes when they come back, I used to sell them at half price when they came back. If they came back,
Shit.
I sell it at $350.
Shit, I'm trying to tell you. I be thinking about that shit. My truck gonna fall apart. It's on its last leg. I talked to a guy at work about upholstery because I think I got back problems because my mama, you know, she's so big. When she had it before me, that's what she drove. Shocks wore out on the driver's side, but the cushion is blown out the side because, you know, 350 pounds scooting up in it every time is a lot. You know what I mean? So it's messing with my back now. So it's costing too much money. I done replaced the engine in it. I'm probably gonna have to do transmission next. It's only worth $1,500. The only reason I keep it is because it was a family bought truck that was a part of our family carpet cleaning business, and if I'm honest, it held my mama up for a long time. So I know it's a durable truck, and I love it.
You didn't did like 5 mama jokes and you funny. You're
I'm
a
not,
funny guy.
I mean, you know, that's the hard part about it is like I look at these jokes I make about my mama, and I'm making them. Let's make that clear. I'm making them. You can say, hey, I like the jokes you make about your mom, but I'm not going to be nice about you making mama jokes about my mama. I'm not going to talk
That's
about
how
your
it's
mama.
supposed to be.
You know what I'm saying? But there are times when people think it's clear to go, and I have to hold myself now.
They be black or white?
Black.
Oh, word.
It's
That's
more-
crazy
it's-
because we don't normally make mama jokes unless we're ready
Well,
to fight.
once you hear me go to my extremes, you kind of feel like it's clear light. And like, oh, whoa.
Shit, me.
But I think this is 2 more. Did I say 2 more already? Come on, space bar ain't wanting to work. Roll on.
Oh. I
If
feel
I'd
like he
have
just
saw-
broke his face or something. Something on his face is broke.
If I'd have saw that when I was doing, I'd have quit. I wouldn't have tried any more tricks. I never even went to a skate park before. That's how I rode. I never done any of those. But seeing that, no. I walk away from that now. I wouldn't want my kids
I
to do
wouldn't mind
that.
doing normal stuff, and I just would be. I don't like the whole. I don't like that. The falling after being in the air is just.
Have you ever
the
tried
uncertainty of.
Have you ever tried to drop in?
Not like those. Now I
haven't
had a
either.
place where I went. It's the Salvation Army. And they had like big ramps. We would come down, go and come up. But it's not you could go up in the air. You just
Yeah.
go up and you go back down again and stuff. But even that was like adrenaline. Like whoa.
I tried to do it in a pool, and
Oh yeah. No.
it didn't work out well.
I'm not.
But I never went. Like I said, we never had skate parks.
I'm the type of person. You give me 2 wheels and a handlebar, I'm just gonna ride the bike a little
Yeah.
bit. You know,
Yeah.
get your point. See, in New York, it's like it's more of a point A to B thing.
Yeah.
Not like BMX. I gotta do tricks. I pop wheelie here and there, but that wasn't like my main goal. If I can get to point A to B, without, something happening to me, I was fine and get
Okay,
back.
so what age were y'all given the room to start that?
For me,
Yeah, what age?
I started. I guess you call it doing the porch, right? When I started, I think 9. So I was really young
yeah.
when I was leaving the neighborhood and going to other neighborhoods. And then I told the story already. I don't know if I told you the story, but I told the story on my podcast years ago of when I was 11 and me and my cousin got our bikes robbed by some people like 18, 19 years old. A whole six, 7 of them. Anyway, that was my introduction to, okay, yeah, you outside going here, but you need to watch where you're going. And then from there, I always was cautious of where I still went places, but I was just more cautious now of who I hung with versus where I went. Where I went wasn't the problem. It was who I hung with that was the problem.
So you saying getting notifications or like getting the points up about, hey, don't go there, don't do this, getting this early on, that help you navigate a lot more?
No. Okay, so what I'm saying is, because it happened in my neighborhood for the most part, but it wasn't where I hang at in my neighborhood. It was somewhere else on the other side. But I was with a person that was older than me that I thought would have
Handled it?
intervened or have my back or, made sure. And that they did the very opposite of all of that. So that I learned so many lessons in that one instance that going forward, it helped me make better friends, make better choices, who hang around, who's a friend, who's just somebody in the neighborhood, who really is thorough, who's not like that, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of make a...
But it's a lot more, I don't say beefs, but y'all have neighborhoods of your own within the big neighborhood, right? Up there, that's the kind
yeah,
of
because you
community.
got blocks and stuff, so you might have
Blocks.
somebody that's like, yo, they representing putting them through that side. Well, I might be cool for these 6 blocks, but these 4 blocks in between these 12 blocks don't mess with us. So if I am going through that, I probably need to round back a little faster or just mind my business and get through it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of that, but that's for anything. But if you, I mean, it's not about being tough or not tough. Like if you gotta fight, you gotta fight. It's just what it is. But
Yeah.
just mind your business,
Yeah.
and then go through the blocks. Don't be trying to go up and through the block. Don't do all that because
Yeah.
you're not
Go
welcome
what you
there.
there for and get gone.
Yeah,
That's how I look at it.
And then also like in New York, it's like, so if you have a problem with somebody, let's say I have a problem with somebody, well, I can't not go to my home store, which is on my corner on my street, or I can't skip a store and go somewhere else because somebody see me going to the other store on like 2 blocks down. Say they see me going there, and let's see people, people talk. Let's say I got beef with you, they're around the corner from me, so I'm not going to my store. I'm going, instead of going out my house and going make that's on the corner, I'm going out my house and going this way. And I'm going to that store over there now, cause y'all be over here.
Yeah, you said
Here's the thing:
strategizing.
if I do that, then when them people that see me in that store see me later, be like, "Oh, I seen man at the store, da da da." In your mind, you already thinking like, "Oh, this nigga scared to come to this store, so he going to that store."
I wouldn't have survived. You know what I'd have done in that
So-
scenario? I'd have went and got firecrackers and snuck my ass up behind the group and threw them and then hauled ass. I'd have been an instigator from hell. That's exactly what we would have done.
Oh no, you just
We
take
would have
it-
been
you-
hurt. And
You just gotta take it, bro. Like that,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm not confrontational, but people think I'm confrontational sometimes because in that instance, you learn that younger, so you can't do that. Cool. All right, well now I go to the store. No matter what, my mom might need. I'm young. You 12, 13. We think we grown. We know that. We think we grown, but we not grown. Hey, Dhrmaine, go to the store, get some milk. Da da da. Fuck.
yeah.
Okay, go to the store. Then they see you, so you gotta address whatever going on. Either whether you're gonna fight, whether it's gonna be something just a talk out, whether it's gonna be them telling you just did this wrong. Whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be. Whatever the punishment is gonna be, if it's a fight, whatever, jump, whatever. But you gotta hit it head on, and that's what I'm so used to. So when I be stopping people and saying, "Hey, yo, let me talk to you real quick," that's just what I know. I don't know running from a problem. I don't know like walking away from a problem with men.
Yeah.
There's never enough support.
Now you host Monday nights at the Joint.
Yes, sir. I am the host. Me and Jorge, we host a joint Monday night comedy. It's every Monday, and we're a free form, community where we don't try to have you be a specific type of comedian. You're welcome to try pretty much anything you want to, without being offensive.
Yeah. Now what are some other spots around town if someone were to want to go throughout the week to see comedy?
Well, definitely Monday night at the Joint, 8:30. That starts with yours truly. And then Tuesdays, we usually head to the Art Bar. That's a comedy open mic night there. That's also pretty good. Wednesday's kind of free. We try to get out of town to find some other mics on Wednesday nights, but also looking to start something new on Wednesday nights. Not opposed to it. Thursdays, we usually stroll around to the Attic. That's hosted by Patrick Fowler. That's the other Thursday mic. And, of course, the weekend is reserved for, booking them.
Big
Whoever
shows.
booking them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're making the heavy money.
Now, I know a few comedians myself personally. I've met T-Link. I've met you. I've met Patrick once or twice. Not really personable. Are there some comedians in Columbia area that you would refer people to go and kind of check out?
I mean, I would say T-Link, Jen Snyder. It's a lot of good comedians. I don't want to name some and not name others. You feel me?
I got you. I see.
So I just check out the scenes. If you check out my mic for sure, everybody come through and show love at my mic. So
The
that's
Joint,
somewhere.
8:30, Monday nights.
Every Monday. So if you want to check out, some comedians, definitely there practicing our stuff. That's where we meet up at. Check out all the comedians. The Columbia comedy scene. If you go on Facebook, Columbia Comedy, anything like that, the Metro events, we usually got something in there or some kind of post. You can follow our social media. Me at Rodney Butler is probably where everybody follows me the most at, but I also have Comedian Pudgy, Instagram, or pretty much everything at Comedian Pudgy. If you want the immediate follow, I post all the mics, so you ain't got to worry about which one is which, because any mic that's going on in our area, I usually post it on my page, whether it's ran by me or not. I'm just like a team player.
Heck yeah,
You'll
you are,
see
man.
me.
And you got, and I'm gonna tell you what, man. Coming into the comedy game, you're one of the funniest guys I've seen. You're one of the most creative with the handicap. If you don't know, he's part of the Cane Gang. And get you some materials. I mean, apparels. I
Not
got it
only
on
am
right
I
now, brother.
not only am I a member of the King Gang, I'm also the owner.
Yeah, the owner. That's it. It shows. It shows. You got great talent, my man. Great talent. Hilarious guy. Please go check out the joint at 8:30. Be there at 8. Get you something to eat, nibble on something, make sure you pee, potty, sit down and laugh. Monday nights, the joint in Columbia, South Carolina.
I mean, that could speak to why you feel the way you feel too, like what you've been through. Like I was talking on the phone before I got here, and a lot of times people decision making and the things they do in life are really centered around what they've been through in life.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I'm not an alcoholic or none of that stuff. But I also ain't really been through nothing out of the norm that would make somebody want to run to those things either. I wasn't really running from nothing growing up, whether it was being touched, whether it was being abused, whether it was a lack of attention. I had all those things. I never got touched, never got abused. I had plenty of attention from my mom, my dad, my family. So I didn't yearn for certain things. And I think people that do drugs, alcohol and stuff, sometimes they are running from something sometimes, or they are running to something sometimes. And I never had to do that. So my decision making maybe, so I don't judge somebody that's on drugs. I don't judge somebody that's an alcoholic because I don't know what they've been through in life to make them make the decision they made.
Yeah.
Our decision making is kind of based on what we've been through in life. So
Yeah.
even I'm not even judging you and based off your ideology of suicide, not ideology, but your thoughts of suicide. I wouldn't have them thoughts, but also I never tried to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't have no firsthand experience to talk about. You do, so you kind of have more of a right to feel how you feel than I do because
Well,
I'm just coming from only from sympathetic point of view.
I look at it like this, in the sense of, I think I've said it to you once. Weight is placed upon us for us to carry it, and if it's placed there, you got to weigh through it. You just got to figure it out. I realized that statement through life, but when I didn't know how that realization at all, I've used it to as a child to get attention, to get out of a cell. I've used it to just, in many different ways in juvie, but, an actual attempt, yeah, I've tried. But at the same hand, I feel like I'm not putting it past that something is going to overwhelm me to where I feel like I need to go out that way either.
I will tell you this.
We don't know what's coming.
I say to some of your sentiments, I do not like when I see the same person online always posting as if that's what they're about to do.
Yeah.
But I also, because of how I look at life, I never comment on it or say anything because I don't know. I can assume it's for attention because normally it's the same things happening. I noticed that when they do it, they into it, they girl.
Mm-hmm. Depression, anxiety. They say their life's gonna fall apart.
No. They just want to leave. So they're saying things. This is my thought. I don't know. I could be wrong. My thought is, I'm just putting 2 and 2 making 4. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
My thought is, okay, well, if your girl's saying this, that, and third, and she posting like she about to leave because you did some wild stuff or something to disrespect her, and then you start posting, man, I don't want to be here no more. The world don't love me. Just leave me like everybody else do. Typical stuff you say. And I'm putting 2 and 2 together. I'm like, okay, cool. He does this or she does this when that person is about to leave. So I don't like that because then you have people that's really concerned under the post and they're not wasting, but they're spending their time and energy under that post talking to the person, trying to talk them down from something they're not even up from.
And let me ask you this, pause right there. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think it's worth for these people to engage in that post to give them what is it?
I would love to.
Consultation.
I would love to say no, but it's always worth it because the reality of it is you just never know.
Well,
And that's what sucks because you really never know. But then it's somebody somewhere that really need that talking out of it that ain't gonna get that talking out of it.
I would say off the rip, I can relate to that individual post. I have abandonment issues. You've seen a phase of me blowing up an after effects for how I deal with my shit, trying to process. But I feel those thoughts and will express them if I'm too far gone. But I have to check myself of, it's just abandonment. I need to draw back and be to reality of the argument or what I'm really mad about. But it's not always there. But to go and put it on Facebook to get an accumulative of attention, that's conflicting. That's not helpful. That's not healthy.
Well, it depends on who we talking about. It may not seem healthy to me or you, but to that person, I'm gonna say things that probably don't matter. I'm gonna say them. So you posting things, people not interacting with you. You posting pictures, you might get 2 likes. They not liking, they not really messing with you. You're posting, you're on social media here and there, but you're not getting a lot of social, not a lot of social going on. Well, your real life things going on, da da da. So okay, cool. What do I do? What I want? Oh, I'm gonna say this because I want some attention. Well, then you went from having 1 like and no comment half here and there to having 20 likes, 20 shares, 60 comments. Call me, please don't do that. I can see somebody feeling loved now for some reason because somebody wants you to be here.
I don't see it because I look at it like I believe that the healthy way is to find the person that you can console in honestly.
That'd be just for
That's
Tommy.
That's the ideal. Huh?
That's for like you, for Tommy. And for me, I'm the same thing. That won't do nothing for me.
Yeah,
it won't do nothing for you. But for that person, we can't really speak to because I don't know why or what they've been through in life that they need social media to validate their existence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I see that a lot too, and I don't know.
It's hard to speak on because when you're not the one going through it, you don't know. And then also, people aren't going to be honest enough to say, this is what it is.
Yeah.
They most time when it happens, they don't do it. And then for some reason, they just go back, no, nothing happened. They're just joking again, laughing again until the next time they feel like they want their fix. Because that's a drug, too.
Yes, it is.
That's a drug as well, like acting like I'm going to do something.
Yep.
And I'm saying acting because these are the same people that don't ever do nothing. Not that I want them to.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that because, one can say, and I'm not saying this is the end all be all, but one can say like the people that really are going through that and that will do it ain't gonna make no announcement.
Yeah.
And even knowing people that have done it, I've seen people shoot a text to people and the text is like cryptic, meaning at the time no one knew exactly what they were saying.
And then once you find out, it all makes sense.
Yeah, but it's on purpose so nobody can stop them.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a little different. Rather than I don't want to be here no more. This is you saying, hey, somebody stop me.
Yep.
And somebody talk to me.
Yep.
That's how I look at that.
Yep.
And I'm sorry to go on a tangent. It just,
no, it's good. You just
anytime,
said better than I did.
anytime it's like awareness topics, I try to be cognizant because like you especially if you're smart, and I know you're a smart guy, we tend to feel like we know a lot of things if you have first-hand knowledge, but first-hand knowledge is only that. It's just first-hand. It's just for you.
I have to work on being I listen to
but just not knowing who watching, because you might have a comic that like your stuff because you do comedian, you do comedy, and then in this phone he may not view you as comedy, he may view you as a podcaster. When you saying something, he's like, whoa. He feeling hit by it, and then maybe they don't watch this stuff or they don't share this, but you want to get it out as much as possible. Still be yourself and have your own thoughts, definitely, but you definitely want to be cognizant of, like, what's going on. I think I started, my first awareness topic I did was, like, domestic violence, I think October 2. And I remember I did it in somebody's house with their mother there. Very, very rough to do, right? It wasn't no camera at the time.
Yeah, intimidation right there.
Because I remember not having my words together right and remember saying something like, well, what made you be dumb? Not meaning to say she was dumb, but what she was saying to me was dumb. In my mind, but it's better words to use than that.
Yeah.
Nobody caught it, but I caught it. I was like, oh, I said that word before. I should have said what made you like not go against your better judgment. That's the better word thing to say. That's saying you dumb,
Yeah.
But so it's just little things you learn as you go along when you do these topics, and you learn from people like, okay, well, let me not talk like that. Let me not say that. Even if I feel that, I've heard people say that on rap songs or people in the neighborhood. Next time you do this, do it. You know what I'm saying? And it sound cold and perfect. Like, ooh, he said do it. But it's really fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because the minute somebody do it, it's like, did they do it because they wanted to, or they did it because they was intimidated because somebody said next time do it, you know?
Hey,
Yeah.
now
Bro,
look,
bro
speaking
did
of
his
wine
thing
real
with
quick,
that
let me
black
switch
man.
it up, run this promo. On October 6th at the Augusta Commons, there will be a wine festival going on, okay? It will be held, I want to say in the
Put that in the
afternoon at 3 o'clock from 3 to 7 p.m., okay, at the Augusta Commons. It's going to be fun. If you like wine, don't be out there and be ashamed to go out there and enjoy yourself, okay? There's going to be I'm hearing a vast amount of vendors and different winemakers. I got Stone 125 wines going to be out there, God know. Really great wine. We sipping on some blackberry. Debo already deboed his, but we sipping on it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't play.
Go check you something out. From 3 to 7, some adult fun in Augusta at the Augusta Commons. All right, it's a wine festival, October 6th. Check them out. I don't know. I feel like I could toss up a handful of. It is white culture.
He may being.
You got insane.
He
What's
may
them
being
blackface
not
people?
insane, but he may being.
What's them people? I gotta see
What's
the
the
name is.
word? He may being mentally ill. Cool. If that makes sense.
I would agree to that.
He made it be cool to say, I want to kill my mom. He made it be cool to say, you know, I'll stab my mom and throw her in a closet. Like, even that video, cleaning out my closet, he's digging a grave for his mom. That's insane.
Well, once he tried to kill Rihanna, I fucking stopped. Once the recovery or whatever fuck ever song.
Oh, I
and he tried
haven't
to kill
listened to
Rihanna.
Eminem after 2005, man. He ain't been good to me
Yeah.
since then. But
And now
shout out to Eminem.
These guys at Insane Clown Posse, they were another group of white rappers from back in the day my brothers listened to. And like the approach.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, exactly. But this is more like the rock rap type of version of I would never call them rappers. I would call them rock stars with blackface.
Are those masks? Oh,
It's makeup, like Kiss. You know how like
okay,
Kiss, the rock band, they kind of, yeah. But
Insane Clown Posse.
they don't go
Gotcha.
anywhere without it. They always wear the mask. Like at least Gene Simmons took it off, you know. But
Okay.
I don't know. I'm always gonna rag Eminem every time I can. Cause to me, if he ever finds out about this and wants to talk shit, I'll still tell him he looks like that Red Skull motherfucker off the Marvel movie. You know, I don't
Yeah,
care. I don't.
I'm not gonna say he just talentless. Like he definitely can rap. Well, he used to, you know, when he first came out, he can rap. I like some Eminem songs. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna say I don't like none of them because that'd be a lie. But I don't like what he represents. You know, I think when you think about history, years from now, they'll make it seem like he was the best rapper of all time, and
They do
that's
right now.
far from the truth.
It's far.
And he's gonna be a white guy, and this is black music, and that's what I don't like about it. The fact that you got black people around him. But I'm a big 50 Cent fan. You got Dr. Dre that are attached to him. That are also big staples in the black community, as far as music wise. But years from now, 100 years from now, we could numbers wise, Eminem gonna be at the top of everything for the most part.
Yeah.
Hopefully Drake take over. At least he's half black, you know. But I'd rather that than it be Eminem. I'd rather have black than that's just me.
All right, you're objective. Let's do a quick. We ain't got to run through other people, but I want a number. I can tell you from my. I don't like Eminem, and I'm saying that first, but I will give a fair judgment of where I would put him in my top. Right? He's not in my top 15. He might make top 20.
Well, let me
only
ask
because
you.
of the lyrics.
Let me ask you about your top. Is your top personal or is your top based on you just basing it off talent alone?
Well, so I personally believe that the
It's personal.
music and the lyrics make a great track, right? Now, I do think there are great vibes that made great tracks. But if I'm going in people and like what their package is,
Yeah.
it's based
Pause. That was insane.
well, you know, some are small, some are big. And I think that's exactly what happened with
That's
Eminem,
crazy
and he
as
wanted
hell.
talking like this because his package was his package is limited
Yo, chill out.
by what other
You
big
gotta
packages
relax.
available, okay? Because I had an argument with a white dude one time, and I said, name me 5 Eminem songs that have a feature on it that are nobodies. You can't do it. He had to be attached by a bigger package. Dre, everybody else has been involved through his come up. Even now, what's fuck. Everybody likes that Yale Wolf. Is that the white dude?
Yellow Wolf?
Yellow Wolf. Is that his name?
Yeah.
I never listened to him either. Never MGK. I never really been a fan of the white rappers except Mac Miller. I think he was an emotional rapper that just felt the vibe and plays the vibe. I got Mac in my top 15. But so I would say personal is where I would class. And he, like I said, he might make 20 just because of his amount of work to be the lyricist he is. Yeah. But credit the rap.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, and I hate to talk about Eminem ever, but he's a top tier rapper. I'm not gonna ever say he's not a top tier rapper. When I'm thinking my top 5 is he in there? No, my top 10 probably not. Top 15 maybe. Top 20 definitely. When you get down to that many artists of who you like and what songs you know and stuff like that, because you throw The Way I Am on, I'm always like that song. That shit is a masterpiece. I sit back with this pack of zigzags. It's just insane how his wordplay was amazing on that to me. But I like that version of Eminem.
I don't even know what version that is. I don't even.
You never heard The Way I Am?
I probably
have. Man, you ever heard Stan? Like
Stan's the suicide one.
It's perspective though. Like it's dope
and murder.
But he kind of talking to himself. But so I think that's the dope thing about it. Like,
but that's the crazy thing. Unless he is firing at somebody, his songs never have any real culture in them.
If it's mental and that's what he's been dealing with his whole life, then it's dope because he probably got people through. I'm pretty sure people listen to Eminem and say, "I didn't do this because of your music."
Yeah.
And that's always gonna be something beautiful. So I can't take that from him. He probably stopped a lot of people from doing something to themselves or to somebody else. Based off his music, and you got to commend that, clap it up. Yeah. He's super lyrical. I get that to him. Me not liking him is not to do with him personally. It's not a Marshall Mathers thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it represents and what it means to my culture. That's all. That's why I don't like. And then his music from 2009 on down, I'm just not a fan of. But when he was at his prime, he made funny music. It wasn't always kill my mom. It wasn't all that.
Yeah, when
it was funny. It was good disses. It was comical.
Mm-hmm.
He made D12 like Purple Hills. It's drug music. It's some. I mean, doing drug music. It's music that I think is good, but I just don't like what he represents. It's not him personally. Talent wise, he's good. I just think he gets more credit than deserved because he's white. And that's when it becomes uncool because he got a song with Jay-Z. People say, oh, man, he killed Jay-Z in that song. Okay, he had a better verse. Okay, cool. Jay-Z got a better verse than a lot of people. We don't always ride Jay-Z and say, oh, he had a better verse than you, better verse than you, better verse than you. But because Eminem is white and he had a better verse than a black top artist, now we put him way up here. Why?
No,
why would we do that?
I don't think he's ever referred to what he's contributed. Like, how some people, some tracks will come out, it'll be like 2 Chainz featuring T.I., and there's no emphasis on T.I.'s bars more than the fact that we know this is the song to check out because they own it.
That's it.
Eminem gets classified for the bars every time. He's never been given a song where he's like, and Eminem's on it. No, that's not. It's going to be talking about, he's doing something crazy, this, that, whatever. So, I don't know. He's
shout out to him. Like I say, anytime you can have a dope career and a career longevity and this culture and not be a culture, kudos to him. He had that little thing where he called the black girl the B words and stuff that I feel like people would always look over, which is insane because Chris Brown did something when he was 18, 17, and people don't let him live it down at all. But I guess it's okay for Eminem to call black women bitches and niggas. So
that's what I'm saying. He had that one song where the N word was tossed around quite a bit.
Yeah, that should have been the end of his career right there.
Should have been.
Oh, fuck.
Now, I couldn't do that. I never wanted to do no spinning, flipping. I got to be able to see where I'm going. But that's a damn moment right there. Because I felt like he was killing it.
She got whiplash.
He, whoever. Now, all right. So, I know that I tried to hit you up about trying to not stir the pot with Slim, but instigate him. I never got around to it. But I saw this week, and I feel like it deserves recognition. Caitlin Clark is now in the NBA. This ain't got shit to do with her. What it has to do with is Miss Richardson, track star.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let it speak for itself, and we can talk about it after. We know I never ran track. You ever do anything with track? We agree that I understand the rules. By the rules I know of running a race, the moment that body crosses the line, her time has stopped and she is placed, right?
I don't care if it's a pinky.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're on the same page. All right, that's how I'm perceiving this.
That's a 10.5.
See that? Now,
how is it 10.71 her final time when that says 10.5? Then, watch this shit. So she's fully over the line now, right? She's already half a stride over the line. 10.6.
now the other girl's like halfway over the line now.
Final time 10.71 when it says 10.6 and it said 10.5 when she crossed the line. Somebody needs to explain this to me. I'm confused.
Now, reason I saved this, for one, so much controversy was around this young lady about her appearance and her performance with racing. I forget the whole ins and outs of it, but to cut off
she
2
was just smoking
tenths.
weed. That was all.
But that's besides the point. You're taking away 2 tenths. That could set, whatever,
Yeah.
that's a changing of the game, and to not even, I never saw it anywhere. There's so much adjustments being made. I plan to research to confirm if this was changed or wasn't changed.
Yeah.
I'm going to do GD thoughts, and this is what my next GD thoughts is going to be on, of trying to talk about the subject. But I
Okay.
want to know what you think about it before I touch base on it further.
I mean, for me, I would want to see more videos like this of other people before I was to talk about it, because I don't want to seem like I'm just trying to push for black agendas and black people to be set records. So I would need to see previous races where people set a number or something, or a number is set, and I see them over the line at a certain thing. Because if this is the only one, then that makes sense to talk about it. But if that happens all the time, then obviously it's some other kind of calculation that we don't know about.
Well,
I don't calculate tracks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen stuff and they stop time, do this. I don't know what that works. So he could be saying 10.71, he says, something like that.
Yeah.
It could be policy to add 0.11 to what, I don't know. We don't.
Yeah.
I don't know the policy. So if you're going to do research,
Yeah.
I would research that first. What's the policy on calculating someone's time? When did the time stop? Is it when they foot over the line? When they foot touch the ground? Like, what is it? Are we adding time to the time that's there because it's lagging?
Yeah.
Is the time even on that screen right? Because just because it's on that screen don't mean it's right. You watch basketball plenty of times where the game clock and the shot clock be different. So
Now that's what I was gonna get to. I was gonna get you at. See if we got there. You know good as I do. I used to watch a lot more sports than I do now. I have seen multiple games, and that little conspiracy shit you see going, that shit happens all the fucking time. They'll forget
because the
6
numbers
seconds.
are one place, and we see it on TV is somewhere. So it could be a glitch somewhere. Like that's like right now, you recording this right, and the audio is coming through right. But like, let's say something happened, and then the audio.
No, don't put that shit on.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
well, you put that thing on one. You was like, yeah, girl, da da da. But it's all good. Say something don't happen, whatever. It don't mean that you doing something wrong. It's just it's something's not getting through to something else. So I don't know if that's the case there. I tried to push too much of this stuff like this becomes a conspiracy because I feel like what reason would they need to what reason would they need to lie now? Why would lie now?
Well,
is it because it's her?
Well, I'm gonna say this. I don't know of another female black athlete like this. Like at first, like track star. I never knew track star until her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
When we talk to other sports, I don't know. Tennis was Venus and Serena, right? So I think with what happened in
black
the
excellence, man. That's
black excellence,
happens.
right?
That's
You're
what
right.
Happens.
What when she started racing, I remember it was banger, 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 winning. So like in general, to me, it's the fact that I want to find out when this race was, if this was in her career, when this is subjugated, if they changed it, or if it still is written as 10.7, because that clearly shows 10.5.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's a record neither. That's
but I also don't know
is.
when this was. I don't know because I don't know nothing about track. So I would have to research so much. But my only thing was, and it's fine if you do it, because if you do it, let me know. I want to know. But, I don't know if I would want to research it just because it's her. Because had that been a white runner, I wouldn't care. Me personally. Or African runner. I care because it's her, and I know about her career a little bit. So, of course, you want the best for that person. You want to make sure. But I would get nothing out of really researching that because she's still winning.
to me, it's I'm not a
No, not, I'm not. I'm not.
well,
dissing you,
I'm just
saying.
getting back to why I am going to bring a part of it because I remember the controversy. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't that big of a. It was a big deal for her, but to me, I didn't feel like the weed or whatever was a big. It shouldn't be this big a deal. She's beating everybody.
Well,
Let her race.
Yeah, but
right?
they got rules they gotta do. It's like it might not be a big deal that Ryan Garcia might have took some extra drugs, but he did, and he put that nigga ass. So
that's true.
You can't. It's when you in big time like this, everything's a big deal.
Well,
It's so easy for us to say
it.
something not a big deal because we don't. Our soul. If you didn't work and this was the only way you make money right now, everything podcasting wise would be a big deal to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
well,
they
I just
should
know that
take
she
everything
comes
as a
back
big
and
deal.
she's still racing. She
And
didn't
that's
let
dope.
it. She didn't
That's
let
dope.
it fold her up, right?
That's
And
dope.
if this is going to be more for me to have a more personal opinion towards, if it becomes this is a later race. If this is a more prior race, I can see the mistake.
True.
But if this has had, because I don't want to.
But also, if it's a prior race, I would still wonder because now I wonder is it because she wasn't who she supposed to be? You know what I'm saying? I would wonder to still. I want fair and consistency across the board.
Okay,
you know?
you say that. Do you think Caitlin Clark deserves the deal?
What deal? Which one?
She got some $20 million deal.
Yes.
But what about the leading MVP of the league that's been in the league whatever umpteen years that hasn't?
Good for her. I wasn't watching WNBA when she was in there.
Everybody keeps saying that. I don't have an opinion on it.
I love basketball. I love basketball, and I've always not. I try to stray away from talking about women's basketball because I want to bash it. It's not. It wasn't exciting. It ain't been exciting.
Yeah.
I've watched it. I tried to watch it plenty of times. They missing layups. Sometimes they're horrible. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not trying to down women, but that's the reality of it is. But I've seen competition get very steep lately. The last couple of years, I've seen people that are nice not make it to WNBA. So now I know there's more competition in the WNBA and more discipline, of course. But when I watch Caitlin Clark, not to make it about men and women, but I don't feel like I'm watching women's basketball sometimes when I watch her.
For real.
I didn't feel like that. When I watched it during the playoffs and I seen her highlights, like, yo, she's shooting from places out like that Steph and them
So
shoot
you
from.
mean to tell me you think you're going to see balls and buckets on the same court one day? That's how good they playing?
Nah, I never said that. Hell no. You still gotta play it smart. The man is naturally physically stronger. I may be stronger than Caitlin Clark right now, and I don't work out.
Yeah.
I probably not, but I may be.
I don't know. She looked tough. That beak.
I'm not trying to. Yeah, all of them got a beat. Brian Burr got a beat. Yeah.
She got that curve. She
definitely got a
drop
beat.
off
Yeah.
cliff.
But even Angel Reese, and she's a black girl basketball player. She's doing great numbers. They taking the game to a new level, and that's so they deserve every deal they get. But Caitlin Clark is definitely the reason why people started to watch more of that basketball because, and it go back to the Eminem thing. To be honest with you, she's a white player, and it's like, whoa, what are you doing?
See, I don't know. All I know, I'm hearing other people talk about it. So I just heard that. I'm not trying to touch on what they spoke about to use their comments more than it was, damn, it's crazy that somebody could walk in. And
other people's numbers ain't like her numbers.
That's what I'm hearing.
Even the person that is in WNBA now, where Caitlin Clark had just passed that girl's number. Mind you, Caitlin Clark left a year early. She had another year of basketball. She could have stayed.
Oh, she didn't finish out.
She could have stayed another year.
She could have stayed.
She broke the records in 3.
Damn.
She was the number 1 player coming into college. So it's not we find out about her now, but people been know about her because she's number 1 coming to college.
What hype would you compare her to? How I feel she is, I feel like, I ain't going to say LeBron, but I would say Reggie Bush going to New Orleans. I would say the same hype because I followed Reggie all over to New Orleans. That's how I became an NFL fan, but not no more. But nonetheless, I feel like that hype matches right now.
It's hard to say.
You pumping up the women. I'm trying to compare you to at least.
No, I'm saying it's hard to try to pick because every year it's a new. With guys, it's different. It's always a guy they think supposed to be the Andrew Wiggins supposed to be the next LeBron. Look at that. No, not disrespect to Wiggins, but he's still a good player. But it's hard to judge that. But if I had to, this might be one of the ones where it's not nothing you can compare it to another player, even in the NBA because LeBron took over and carried the whole league for 20 years now.
20 years, I know. Yeah,
it's insane.
Crazy. It's
Which
wild.
people thought he could come in and be a contributor to just a contributor to the team.
He came in playing all positions.
He came and he whooped ass.
Whooped ass.
So I can't. And Caitlin Clark is having her growing pains. Don't get me wrong. We won't know yet, but I can say right now, being that the WNBA is not what the NBA was back then, she's taking that to a different league. So maybe she may have her own case because she may take the WNBA to a place where it wasn't being taken before. Her and others, not just her. Her, Angel Reese, because I seen people say, oh, yeah, because the Chicago Sky play. Chicago who? Fuck is, what the?
I don't know
Oh, the WNBA team. I never knew that wasn't until now.
Yeah.
I never knew Indiana Fever. I don't know. I knew New York Liberty because I was from New York. I knew Liberty. They was horrible, but I knew that. I knew Trish Witherspoon because her name was Witherspoon. It's a weird name.
Only people for me is Augusta State. And that's just college.
I don't even know Los Angeles Sparks. I knew that because Lisa Leslie.
Tropical Thunder.
It's a movie.
I don't know.
Ben Stiller.
I couldn't. No, Will Ferrell.
Ben Stiller's not in a movie?
No, that's Tropical Thunder. That's the wrong movie.
That is Ben Stiller.
Wrong movie.
Come on now.
I was thinking about the
I
basketball
know my white
movie.
people now.
Yeah, that's that one where Iron Man played blackface.
He got a name.
Robert Downey Jr.
There we go. Yeah, my guy.
Cokehead from down under.
That's true. That is true.
Sure,
Yeah.
it's all jokes. It's all jokes.
But he's
Hey,
funny though.
Who?
Robert Downey Jr. He's funny as hell.
Oh, he's a great actor. My favorite.
Amazing.
You know, as much as I don't really promote movies being redone because I don't think a lot of our classics can be redone over. With us experiencing a lot of our shit in cartoon form and then taking it to GCI or whatnot or whatever. But one I will say I enjoyed was Sherlock Holmes. And Alice in Wonderland because they took it further.
Yeah.
But his Sherlock Holmes
was good. Yeah,
was
It
a very good
It was
approach of
good.
Sherlock Holmes. He played
Robert
well.
Downey Jr. picks very good movies to be in. So even if I'm skeptical of it, that's the beauty of having being a good actor and having a good team around you to pick good movies based off the script. Because a movie that I be like, that might not be the movie I want to see. If somebody that I know, I trust is in it, I'll watch it. I'm like, oh wow, this is good.
Yeah.
Well, of course, he was in it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he does great movies though. He's been a great actor for a long time. Even when he's on drugs, he was still a good actor.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a tip too. Now this is some white crack information for all the guys watching. If you're looking at a white lady and you want to kind of give her a little slick line, all you gotta do is say you want to be her Tom Hardy. All right? No Diddy, just give it to her, and she'll know what the Tom Hardy is. All these white women love Tom Hardy. I don't know why, but 8 out of 10 bitches that ain't got no melatonin, they like that big shoulder bricked up bitch Tom Hardy.
He's a good actor. I'll tell you that.
I think
He's a good actor
so,
too.
but I don't get the appeal.
I don't like
I
men, so
I don't
I
either. I'm
definitely
just
couldn't.
saying,
I couldn't
it's
tell you
crazy.
what they see. But
To me, it's a general thing for white women, though. I don't know no black women that look at him that way.
It's the role they play. You know, when you play a certain role and you find your niche in acting, it happens, bro. Like that's because most people he never played no sucker. He never played no gay person. He never played. He always the man, the tough guy.
What I tell you, these women want to be fucking put on the bed and pounded out. Okay, tell them you want to give them that Tom Hardy.
That was a lot of aggression behind that, but
That's how he is, though. He's always got this intense, like you say, manly approach. You know, gangster, moonshiner. He was a Jewish It's a mobster or whatnot, role of a mobster, I guess you would say, but it's some sort of orthodox person or whatnot that handled all the, shit under the rug shit. But yeah, he always played some really tough tone motherfucker. Never really played no sensitive
could
shit.
be the accent too.
Oh yeah, I forget about that. Yeah, that'd be throwing me off watching movies though. I'd be
Because
looking interview.
they see Americans in
Hello,
some movies, then you
motherfucker.
watch their interview, like, oh shit.
Yeah, fuck me
That
up.
ain't even how you talk. So yeah.
What's Idris Elba? No,
Idris Elba. Yeah.
Idris Elba. Yeah, he fucked me up. Yeah.
Because he think he American on the wire, but he not American.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I ain't fuck y'all up too bad. We done went long enough, bro. We in this fucking heat. Y'all appreciate y'all tuning in. Dhrmaine, let them know where to find you. Let them know what's up, what you got coming, or whatever you want to say to wrap it up. We're good.
On Instagram at Dhrmaine. On Facebook, Bible Boucher. You can follow Modern Masters Facebook page. I'm just working, man. As far as what's coming up, it's good content. So I can tell you. I can't tell you what it is. I just know the content gonna be good every time. We try to put our best foot forward, everything we put out. So if I put it out, I want it to be watched. And if I want it to be watched, I mean it's gonna be good content. So normally we shelf stuff that's not good, and I ain't shelved nothing in a while. So definitely go check out the Tommy Archer episode. That was really, really good. I just dropped the 100th episode for my Thinking Out Loud. I think that was pretty good. I did drop a transgender episode week or two ago for Pride Month. Check that out. It's very informative. So yeah, we got some good stuff out there, man. Just go check me out. You might see somebody on there that you don't know. DA, mayor.
Yeah.
You never know.
Be getting everybody on, banging them out, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Even your 9 to 5, your Joe Blows, your popular people, your unpopular people. it's a place for everybody that more than mass as long as you got a story that's interesting and can be told.
Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate it again. Again, CertifiedCEOClothing.com. Check them out. The Black Wall Street shirt. September 14th, don't forget, Country Wayne and Friends will be having comedians to Cedric perform alongside at the Bell Auditorium, okay? It's going to be a fun night. The show starts at 8. Go get the early bird tickets before they go up, all right? There's seating up front still available. Go grab your tickets. September 14th, the Country Wayne and Friends will be performing at the Bell Auditorium. Peace. Yeah.
That was
great.
good.
I ain't going to have to edit much at all. I'm sorry. I got hot, this motherfucker.
Oh, you good? I done recorded in hot heat before, too, so I know how.